Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Green and this is another in my series of geometry videos. Where are we in the course? Well, we're looking at the last unit. Yay! The last unit. It's got some special geometric issues that we need to address to have fully covered everything in geometry. Now, a lot of these topics would not have been on the EOC for geometry. They're not really topics that are major issues, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on any one of them, but I will cover them. And if you have any problems with them, make certain you get in touch with me. Remember, I've got tutoring Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays every week. Okay? Get those quiz corrections in because we are approaching the end of the semester and you want to make certain you get everything taken care of. No zeros in your grade book. That's the way to get a passing grade. Okay? Due dates 28 days ago, things closed down. Zeros out there permanently. You don't like that. So we got to make certain we get rid of those. Okay. What are we talking about? First one is called the golden ratio. The golden ratio is a ratio that they started noticing in nature. And they started saying, you know, we see this ratio occurring over and over and over again. And so they came up with a value for it. The value is actually this way. It's called phi. It is a Greek letter, okay? And it's 1 plus the square root of 5 divided by 2. Essentially, that works out to about approximately 8 divided by 5. It didn't want to write for me right at the moment. 8 divided by 5. Okay? Or 1.6. Approximately 1.6. Okay? So, here's what happens. If I take the side length here and I divide it by the side length, basically that ratio will be 8 to 5. And that's what you're going to get on every one of these little squares as it divides up into other smaller little squares. Okay? So this would be, if this is 5, this is 5, this is 3. Okay? That gives you an 8 to 5 ratio. And that's what you're going to see when you keep dividing it. Basically what you're going to wind up with is this spiraling notion. So you've seen a nautilus before. It is a golden ratio. If you look at certain flowers that spiral in, golden ratio. And that's the way they're put together. And that's where these things were coming up. It's from biology a lot of times. Okay? So, golden ratio formula for golden ratio of sides A and B. You take A plus B and divide it by B. Okay? And that will be equal to B divided by A. That's what we mean by the golden ratio formula. Okay? So essentially what have I got? Okay, so if this is a 3 and this is a 5, 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 divided by 5. 8 over 5. That's my golden ratio. Will be equal to 5 divided by 3. Is that the same? Let's just look at it on a calculator real quickly, okay? Just to see. So we clear this out. We say 8 divided by 5, and we get 1.6. We say 5 divided by 3, and we get 1.66666. Almost identically the same. That's why I said that 8 to 5 is an approximation, but it is a very close approximation to that golden ratio. And it works that way every single time. Okay? So let's keep going here. This one is asking to create the missing side length to calculate the golden ratio. So remember, what were we looking at? If this was A plus B divided by A would be what we'd be looking for. So we'd be 20 plus A divided by A would be equal to 8 over 5. Well, let's see here. What could we come up with that would make this work? Means and extremes. We can do that. We get 100 plus 5A is equal to 8A. Subtracting the 5A from both sides, we get 100 is equal to 3A, or A is equal to about 33.3 centimeters. Let's see here. Did I get the right answer? Da da da. A equals 20 and B, find B. So 20 plus B over B is B over 20, or 8 over 5. Well, it could have done B over 20. I see. Well, let's try working it their way. Okay. A plus B equals B over A. So we let 20 be the A, stick it in there, you plug that value in, cross multiply B squared plus 20B plus 400. You factor that down or use the quadratic formula like they did, and you get this negative 12.3. By the way, in case you didn't notice it, what I had there as an answer, 8 over 5, I got 33.3. Get my pen to work here. I had 33.3 as my answer. If I had taken this 20 and subtracted it from it, I would get 13.3. That's pretty close to the right answer. Okay? So, let's go forward. Using the approximate length ratio, 8 to 5, or the golden ratio, find the missing side length. So you're talking about 8 over 5 is equal to 9 over x. And you could solve it by doing 45 equals 8x. And you divide by 8, 45 divided by 8, and you're going to get 5 and 5 and 5/8. That's what x is going to be equal to. 5 and 5/8 is approximately 5 and 5.6. So that's what we wound up here. 8 over 8x equals 45, or 5.6. Okay. So golden ratio is something that you can just set up those ratios and solve them based upon realizing that it came from a natural environment, came from nature is where we got those from. Okay? Any problems with it? Come to tutoring. We'll talk about it there. I look forward to seeing you, and I appreciate you guys letting me know that you're in geometry every time. It really helps me answer questions quicker. I'll talk to you later.